At this point, you've probably seen all my animal runs, and some of them have done, well, better beyond my expectations. So I thought to myself, let's do something different and play through Pokemon with a British themed team. Seeing as though Galar is based on my home country, I jumped on Pokemon Sword and Shield. So, ladies and gentlemen, grab some popcorn, because this one is a fun one. And so our adventure begins. Me sitting down watching the best PokeTuber on the planet, which I think we all know who it would be. Anywho, I had my friend barge into my cottage to meet his brother, and can I just say that this champion is probably the most outrageous and most stupid champion of them all. I'm sorry, mate, you aren't Ronaldo, and you're certainly not the King of England. So, jog on. Despite slating on our champion, he still gives us the option of the starter, a monkey, a bunny, and a lizard. So I should probably shut up and pick one. Sobble, I choose you. So with our new best friend named 007, I do some whooping backsides to Hop Squad, claiming our first weapon. Water gun. And well, ladies and gentlemen, our adventure started off pretty well. But our next challenge, well, I didn't want to do it alone. So I streamed it to my audience, I beat up a couple of Pokemon, met a dog who was a ghost, and my water shoots right past it. The fog intensifies, and I think I just, well, died. But fear not, because I come back to life and hand Leon's skull behind my back. He also proceeds in me not actually being able to catch Pokemon. So that's what I do. I also, chat, when you see this video, I have a set team that I want to catch. All you're going to see is me shiny hunting the green, or the Squirvet, sorry. Oh, come on. I just want big fat red squirrel with fat cheeks and a big bushy tail. I want Mr. Walnut the first. Chat, we've finally got it. Mr. Walnut the first. Thanks to the group. I do appreciate that. Wait, did you get the red squirrel? We sure did. I didn't get it, but Modgebro did.
We got it, in quotation marks.
We got it. Now with 2 members on the squad, I followed through to Route 2, beating up even more squirrel imposters until I gave Professor Magonia a bit of a surprise home visit. Now when I normally visit my grandmother's house, I either get Jaffa Cakes or Haribo, because she doesn't want them. But Magolia is a different kettle of fish and gifts us the Dynamax band. I think I might take the sweets instead. And on top of that, I have to battle Hop as an audition for the gym challenge. Wooloo was first as usual against 007, a couple of water guns give us an early lead. Scorbunny is next, and another shot of water was just too short. We take it down though, as well as his bird. Sweet. Hop also issues a catching challenge, so I go out of my way and catch one of the royal family's corgis. He's called Flash for 2 reasons. One of our late Queen's corgis was actually named Flash, but also the British sci-fi hero Flash Gordon. And it's electric type. So now we're on the train. I should probably explain that I must match team sizes with gym leaders, but I also cannot over level, obviously, and no items in battle, including held items and Dynamax, with the exclusion of evolution tasks, and well, obviously catching. Now, I arrived at the wild area, I do some quick level grinding for our new Pop, get signed up for the gym challenge, grab the 007 gym kit, and then go to sleep. Or at least try to, despite Team Yell making a ruckus. So I send them packing and arrive at the ceremony. Oh, I'm ready for this. Oh yeah, and Agent Sobble thwomps Hop's team to the dirt. Next up, we venture through Route 3 to arrive at our first gym in Turffield, and upon doing so, 007 evolves in a moody and emo Drizzile. I then take care of every miner in the Western Mines, so this leaves Bede. He knows his way around psychics, and, well, he's a bit of a gimp. He starts with Solosis and Confusion hurts, but we take it out with Payback. The same thing occurs to Gothita, who simply tickles us. This leaves Hatena, and we're getting low, so I switch to Flash to Nuzzle and Paralyze. Confusion stops that from happening. So I'm having to switch again. 007 only needs a single water pulse to finish the job. As well as that, I take out all the trainers in Route 4, so I'm fully trained and ready to take on a scary threat, Milo. Now, he only uses 2 Pokemon, so I could only use 2 Pokemon. But even worse, he has the type advantage, so I'm going to have to bench our agent on this one. So I play Farmer for the morning, and lo and behold, take him on face to face. Gossifleur is first, and our new move, Body Slam, hurts. We also get the full paralysis, but on turn 2, Magical Leaf hits. 16 points of HP, and we get the knockout. I mean, this squirrel is just the best, can't you see? Hourglass has a growth spurt, and Max Strike slows us down, but we slam its game, paralyzing. It fights through, and another strike is dire, so Flash is out. I spam Bite, and we grab extra health as we constantly flinch. Sweet. The grass disappears and we recovered a lot, so we continue to stall out, and lo and behold, we somehow finish on top. He's got huge hands. So with a grass badge in my hand, I set a waypoint to route number 5 to the water type gym, Holbury. Battle against the press and deal with some goons. You guys get the drill. However, on the plus side, I get gifted a bike so I can go for zoomies, though that didn't last long because blocking the bridge was hop. So, yeah, I have to battle. 007 was against Wooloo, and we get a crit water pulse. Brill. Clover Squire is next, so I switch to Flash to Aaliyah, followed by a pathetic peg before zapping the bird. So this leaves Raboot. Take 2 kicks to the snout before switching back to 007 to a growl. I mean, this can't get any better. We eat around comfortably before watering the rabbit down. Now with all the threats scampering away, I actually arrive at Holbury and get trampled on by fans just because of Rose being in the same town. But regardless, I bump into the water trainer, who is seriously good looking, and got instantly rejected. You can't win them all, I guess. Anyways, I beat up Olympic swimmers, do Mario and Luigi's job, and Little Red Squirrel evolves to one fat squirrel. So it leaves our battle against Nessa. This time it's a 3v3, so all of my squad members will be in this one. Flash leads against her Goldeen, weed some horns comfortably, and grab the paralysis from Spark to then outspeed on turn 2 and grab our lead. Next was Aracuda, and it does prioritize with an Aqua Jet, so we simply have to deal with it. We zap it with our Fish Trap, so this leaves a big turtle monster. I want to guarantee the paralysis here, as its ability is Swift Swim, but it goes for Max Strike and unfortunately takes us out. So it's time for a change of plan. 007 is next, and I prioritize Sucker Punch to waste the Dynamax turns. This leaves Mr. Walnut the first, comfortably take Razor Shell before a quad effective C-Bomb was just too short. However, we take a second one well despite defenses dropping, and it gives us our second badge. You know, we're actually doing pretty good. And to my surprise, I actually get a meal out with Rose, Oleana, and Sonia. I mean, if it's free, it's free. Help to eat out in that. Naturally, Bede is waiting for us again in the Eastern Mines. So, yeah, I'm ready for a scrap. Solozes gets punted to a Sucker Punch, and despite Side Shock hurting, we hit hard on the Baby Brat too. Water Pulse on Hatena does fall short, and Side Beam does finish 007. But Flash can come out, bite the wizard as well as his pony. And he evolves to, well, not a bigger corgi. Which is fine because he looks exactly like a Metropolitan police dog, as well as a sheepdog. On top of that, we deal with Team Yell, Bolly and Miners at their carcoals, and meet up with Cabe, who is blazing for a challenge. But there's a problem because 2 of them are going to go over the cap. Uh-oh. Run away! But by now I should probably pass the time and actually plot a course to the Isle of Armor. And I'm heading here simply for more encounters and to widen the team up just for this specific gym. So I arrive in Ireland, knock out Avery's team, and I'm off on a hunt for 2 more Pokemon. A Sandygast named Saint Dwynwen?
Darling, how do I say that?
Saint Dwynwen.
Dwynwen?
Yeah.
Dwynwen.
I also went on a hunt to get a Fledgeinder who was a Robin, but no Fletchling was able to spawn. But also has more UK history instead of just originating. So having said that, I don't think it would have been a good idea to use. So I go to bed for the night. Or so I thought. Because I have to battle Marnie. And what is it with Pokemon characters and sexy eyes? Definitely Grush's long-lost cousin. Croagunk is against Flash, and despite a huge revenge after sparking it, we take it down in turn 2. Scraggy also gets fully paralyzed, so that was an easy sweep. So this leaves more Pecco. So I gave Saint Dwynwen some screen time, who instantly falls. Well, that went well. Mr. Walnut the First thankfully takes revenge, but we're gonna need to level grind our pile of sand and build the castle. So I take part in the gym mission and clear it with little trouble. But I'm worried about this guy. I had a little plan. Or not. So every time to enter a gym, it actually resets your stats and your HP. Brilliant. So I'm having to start with 007 against Ninetales. We do get burnt, but we are special, so that's okay. Arcanine is next, intimidates us, which again is okay, and water the dog down. So at half health, we're against our first Gigantamax Mon, Center Scorch, outspeed and get the confusion, though we fight through it, and sadly a critical hit sends us out of the arena. Say Dwynwen is out, get a free bulldoze thanks to confusion, twice in fact, so we can chip away and outspeed to take him out. I'm not joking, that could have gone so much worse. But the game's the game, so let's keep going. This is very strange. I'm uncomfortable right now. I don't know what happened. 1 minute I was actually getting an earful from Hop. The next I'm getting ganged up by 3 gym leaders. Anyways, I arrive in Hammerlock and find out the only way I'm going to grow is if you guys support the channel. And I don't mean to brag, but 10% of you guys aren't subscribed. It's free. Please, help a boy out. So after a management meeting and a history lesson, I continue onwards and becoming the best British trainer, beating up some yell grunts, bullying a cobra. Just, why? Why would you do that? Anyways, I get them gone, climb up someone's side and catch a Yamask, and then instantly evolve RuneScape to Runerigus. It's simply just based on ancient Viking runestones that was found in the British Isles as well as Sweden. Eventually, I arrive in Stone's side to take on Hop once again. Cramorant was an easy peasy Oko, and I mean, lemon squeezy. Silicobra is out next, so I switched to 007, so a single water pulse was all that was needed. Toxel is a threat, so again, I switch out to St. Dwimwen, eat some petty acid, doing 4 points of damage, and bulldoze the rabbit, who just constantly used agility. Sweet. But moving on to the next gym, which I am slightly underleveled, but I think I could do it. So I organized a squad and set my pile of sand aside, and has gotten us all the way to go face to face against Alistair. His Yamask is first against 007, and his dual ground typing lets it down. Though it disables my water move. Great. So I can only use Sucker Punch, which is frustrating. Mimikyu is next, and I simply ground its attack down, stalling out my disabled move, while starting to attack when it tries to reduce mine physically. However, Mr. Walnut the First is in a good spot to hit hard paybacks. Despite the attack drops, it takes dead Pikachu out. Cursor is next, and I switched to Flash on Curse, which was ideal because I kinda need my squirrel. Soda Ghost falls, leaving Gengar. It may be quick, though we're faster. A Crunch doing half damage, which was what we needed. So Mr. Walnut the First is back out, takes Max Darkness comfortably, and retaliates with a final critical payback. Attaboy, Fat Chum! Attaboy! So with now 4 badges in hand, I leave the gym to boom! I swear, I just sounded like that guy who tells you to turn your phone off before the film starts in UK cinemas.
Boom! Exciting, isn't it?
Beats destroying stuff and his Hogwarts spell doesn't work, so to battle we must. Dwosion is against 007 and it sets up its screens, so I think I should switch. Mr. Walnut is out instead and eats a Psyshock, followed by a Psybeam before hitting a huge payback. We just live another day and take it out, so Hatchrim is next and I send off 007 and did nothing. So our lizard goes to heaven, flashes out, hits a huge spark, and the fairy wizard is down, followed by, Gothic Girl. It's a very questionable Pokemon. I crunched the pony, and now Bede is so lonely. He also gets a sack, which quite frankly, made me crack, and puts me back on track. So while he's in the bad corner, also sad, I make way to Glimwood Tangle, get in a mangle until I spot my unicorn, all pretty and majestic. And then I catch it, name it Lucy, and trade another one for a more United Kingdom Pokemon, a duck. But I'm not done yet, because I spent a while getting our new friend Quaxalot trained up in leaksmanship. Get it? He evolves to Surfetch and breed my pony to grab myself the good oldie Fire Horse. Okay, it's a horseman now, but look! Its evolution is a unicorn, you can see. So Synod was born and also gets us through the forest, and 007 finally evolves to the agent it desires to be. So now I'm ready to go. Let me tell you what I'm Oh, well, hello Marnie. You've got some beautiful eyes. Anywho, I've decided on my 2 noble steeds, my dog and my fat squirrel. It has got the best overall combinations of typings and coverage, but also this gym consists of a series of questions which a 6-year-old could get an A+ on. My team is a little bit on the weaker side, so I'm hoping we can send this lady to a retirement home. Galarian Weezing is first against Lucy, and after eating some sludge, 2 Psybeams gives us the lead. Marwile is next, so I do need to switch, so we dodge intimidation but crunches our defense. Sweet. We also get taken down too, so I'm having to switch again to Flash and spark it out. We're also quicker than Togekiss, which thank God, because its ability is horrible. This leaves one big wedding cake. We're getting really unlucky and don't paralyze. Plus get crit. Mr. Walnut digs to evolve the final Dynamax turn and crit back before a... Oh great. That's just giving her the win. Frustrated and simply being down the bad luck, I go again. This time on Marwile, I just live on 2 HP. That'll do, donkey. Oh, wait, it's a horse.
You idiot.
So I get one more flame charge for chip damage on Togekiss before falling. Flash is back out and we get the full paralysis. So this time we're entering the Alcremie fight with full health for Flash, so I spark again and lo and behold we don't get the paralysis. But survive the hard hit, though I probably wouldn't have survived it on the first go. Mr. Walnut pushes through confusion, becomes a Mario Thwomp and well, thumps it to the ground. That was a much better gym battle. Now there's stuff I can't actually show you on YouTube because Opal, the gym leader we just beat, a dog speed. I mean, that's one problem out of my box. He was driving my squirrels nuts in. Hop is up for another battle to fight through lack of confidence, so let's give Quaxalot his debut. A critical Night Slash is an instant knockout, but expecting acrobatics from Cinderace, I switch out the 007 and snipe it out. Switch back to Mr. Walnut to first to a Spark and... uh-oh. Although he roars sending out our dog, so I crunch and he roars again back to Mr. Walnut. Hop, what are you doing? Body Slam takes it down, taking one back from Snorlax. It did come to a point his defense got too high, so I needed to switch to... oh, come on! Body Slams piled up on my dock until we got another crit, getting us out of that sticky situation. So this left Heatmore, so 007 returns to the field to eat a Fire Lash, and a final snipe was all she wrote. Sorry Hop, no close, and no cigar. Now, I'm actually at a point where most of my team are starting to overlevel, which is not good. So I get my 2 Scottish steeds, evolve into Rapidash, and send Dwimwen to Palosand and the castle it deserves to be. We desperately needed those evolutions, if I'm honest. And now that that's out of the way, Melanie, let's Fisto. Synod is up first against Frosmoth, and a quad-effective Flame Charge gives us a speed boost and an early lead. Sweet. This should also help when Darmanitan's Zen mode is active, so we still outspeed and take it out with a second Flame Wheel. Ice Cube is next, and with its Ice Face ability, I set up my speed again, which counteracts to Icy Wind, so I can hit a hard Flame Wheel, which still doesn't KO. I boost up my speed 2 more times as we take it down, revealing her ace, the Loch Ness Monster. I may as well try for the burn considering we're faster, and to my surprise, we don't get the burn. I'm not surprised, I think we all expected that would happen. Flash is out to regain our speed, and a T-Fang does huge damage, but her signature move hits, which sets the Aurora Veil up, and we just so happen to even miss said barrier. So we fall, and Quaxalot is out to defeat it with a Brick Break. Overall, a pretty solid win. And to celebrate, it made sense to dine up Bob's your uncle, enjoy some curry, and maybe get on Sonia's nerves. And yeah, Hop wanted to beat him, so...
Falcon Punch!
With that done and dusted, my next destination was down Route 8, and lo and behold, I actually found the Team Yell Grunts I found on Route 5. So I beat them up and went on a lovely cycling journey across the water, and honestly, I felt like I was Dynamo for a second. I do fight Spikemuth, it's shot, but Marnie being the rival she is, well, lets us in if we can beat her. So I did. Well, Lucy did. In fact, she did most of it all on her own. Girl. With the help of Quaxalot 2, we got into the nitty-gritty of business. I settled for 007, Synod, Quaxalot, and Flash to take this one on. We battle through the Team Yell squad and eventually arrive at the stage to battle Piers. Now thank goodness he doesn't Dynamax in this run because I could do with a little bit of a break. So with that said, I'm ready to jam. It's 007 first against Scrafty, so I land in an Air Slash, fail the flinch, and lo and behold, leave it on a sliver. So he actually gets the lead. Flash is out and beats the opponent in a flash, revealing Malamar. Again, we hit hard, though the Malamar actually hit harder. So again, we go down. Quaxalot is next, takes a huge Psycho Cut and retaliates with Night Slash. Obstagoon is his ace, and a quad-effective Brick Break is still not enough. So he counters, and yeah, it's looking a little tough. With Synod left and getting obstructed, we're really being put on a bad spot. We Flame Charge it out, leaving his Scum Tank. A huge Sucker Punch puts us on a whopping hell on HP. So 2 drill runs take it out, and... wait. I lost? How? Skuntank went down first!
Emotional damage!
Oh well, I'm not one to complain, so we go again, and exactly the same went out. Just, we were a lot luckier. Leon has given us some advice as well as the goal, and well, our goal is to get a load of likes on this video. But also my goal is to actually battle the final gym trainer, Raihan. But there's one more Pokemon I could potentially add to the squad, so... let's go get it. So I go overseas and go face to face with my target. I'll be honest, this is the closest resemblance, which, you know, if you're getting a red dragon, like this, which is clearly a turtle. So with Drago?
Darling,
What?
how do I say this one?
What is it?
Come here. That one.
Dragoch. You gotta have a Welsh accent for it.
What the fuck?
It's basically the red dragon. I could have called it David for St. David's Day, but it's female. Having said that, I proceed to take on the final challenges of the gym journey, taking out its students in double battle form before proceeding to take the Dragon Tamer on. Well, the Weather Tamer, more like. Flygon and Gigalith were against 007 and Lucy. Icy Wind breaks the rock sturdy, while our Unicorn takes out the Dragon. Sandaconda comes out to instantly fall to Snipe Shot, and a huge low kick puts Gigalith to around half. So when Duraludon is on the field, everything comes down to this. It Dynamax to a block of flats as we slow it down again with Icy Wind. One final low kick knocks out the rock before our Unicorn has done its job. It falls to max Steel Spike, however Saint Duinwen, who you guys haven't seen in a while, throws Mod alongside with our MI6 agent, taking out the dragon and giving us the win. You know, for a final gym, I actually thought that was going to be a lot tougher, and we were on the level too. So now we come down to choose our squad for the rest of the game, and honestly, I actually quite like the squad as it is. I don't think I could change it. Shiny Squirrel just isn't my style of play, and you are the Welsh Dragon, so why would I even call you
Gorg. Oh, Jellivet, help me out.
Dragoch.
Thank you.
With a plan and a team in mind, I head onwards towards Route 10 and only just scrape past while still in the level cap. So I sign up, enter the pitch, and standing there was Marnie. So you know what's next? It's time for the Unicorn Sweep. Yeah, this Pokemon is just amazing. Until Morpeko paralyzes us, and Grimmsnarl Gigantamaxes. Though my whole team have to actually take care of it. Hot remains for the semi-final, so here's how it went. His sheep gets thumped, then his birds get zapped, then his bear, well, runs over my dog. However, that's okay because my dog gives the thwomp. Then his urchin almost gets the thwomp. So he heals and then we, well, got too close to death's door and, well, get T-bolted to a crispy dog. So I build a sandcastle and eat up the sea urchin, revealing one big rabbit. So I throw mud at his feet and get a KO. What a win! And well, even though I won and I wanted to hit the hay, I'm having a lot of issues with the Marco Cosmos. So, I'm gonna eat them. I have to be so careful because again, level caps, but it is what it is. So I beat them up, find my way from the top, and bump into the last straw to Leon, and that's Oleana. She starts with Frostlass against Flash, and I hit a hard crunch to leave it on a sliver. Great. So now the Ice Ghost outspeeds and burns us, which literally halves my attack. However, I still chip away and paralyze the fish, so by the time Aqua Ring is used, crunch, I need to start sending it. And that's what I do. St. Duinwen gets poisoned, but a quad-affecting mud shot in chips away at Sorina before Synod blasts the tropical plant to oblivion. One by one, my team hit hard, but also get hit hard too against the one big garbage bag. And let me tell you, that thing was extremely quick. With her defeated, however, and interrupting their important meeting, it's just the championship finals. So let's start with the intruder Bede. He wasn't even supposed to be involved, although he did take over his job after all. St. Duinwen is first and instantly gets intimidated by Mawile, but that's okay because Mudshot almost kills. We're actually faster, so he wastes a turn healing, so I Shadow Ball to the Shadow Realm. Next was his Gardevoir, so I eat a huge sidekick before hitting another hard Shadow Ball. We do fall here to a crit, so Lucy is out to retaliate with a Smart Strike. His Unicorn also makes an appearance, though mine moves first, so two of those take it out. This just leaves his Wizard, who G-maxes, and takes a Smart Strike better than a Fort. Synod also hits hard, but couldn't survive the storm. And I don't know why Quaxlock is here, but he's here, and, well, thumped. So I went through another loss. However, we go again, and again, and again. Yeah, this one was tough. Until I secured a critical hit Mud Shot. His Gardevoir also goes for Wish, which I took out in time. So it's safe to say my castle took out 3 of his Pokemon. It even outsped Hatrini, which was surprising. So yeah, I actually did it at the very end. So with him out of the way, let's actually take on the finals. Starting with Nessa. God, what is it with people with gorgeous eyes? Uh-oh. Ignore eye contact. Seeking just survives but gets us on the weaker side of the team, but Flash is able to come out and sweep through the fishes before Glycerpod comes back out. So to save our dog, I switch out to Saint Dwinwen, take the first impression comfortably and retaliate back. It also survives a boosted water pulse, ready to face the now G-Max Dreadnought. Thankfully, with it now not knowing Swift Swim unlike the first battle, I am actually able to outspeed and I'll come out with it! I completely forgot about a set Tailwind before, so it literally destroys most of my squad. But once the turns are over, it's only a turtle against my fairy unicorn, which thankfully low kick was just enough. Again, heed my words, only just. Next was Alistair and it's Dos Noir against Flash, Crunch doing over half. We do lose a little speed to Rock Tomb, but we're still fast enough and grab our lead. But that went well when I should have seen a Will-O-Wisp coming. I didn't know it would be faster, okay? Attempting for paralysis, I fail and falls with a Shadow Ball. 007 gets revenge with a snipe shot, gets blessed with a critical hit on Poltergeist, a snipe followed by a sucker punch on Cursula, and another one as its Gigantamax Gengar, and managed a second one before finally falling, with Quagsala entering for free from a full restore and getting the final Nat/Slash in. This just left Raihan and it's Torkoal first against Saint Dwinwen. The sun is set, so worryingly, I go for Earth Power and it didn't kill it? Oh well, that's the end for that one already. I found out I got a bad roll and got it on turn 2. Gudra sets the rain as I continue to do damage, sadly only Chip as Muddy Water finishes us off. I also just realised I don't have any move coverage. Yes, no fairy type moves. Fuck! It's knockout by knockout, but Lucy gets some really good rolls, taking out 2 dragons, leaving Duraludon. Low kick would have done well, but it doesn't connect on Dynamax. Low kick would have actually done well here, but it doesn't hit on Dynamax Pokemon. So, high horsepower it is. It doesn't go well, and his defenses rise. I thought I had a chance, but I didn't get lucky a second time round. And yeah, I lost. The next attempt, I get luckier with the Torkoal, then hit one more Earth Power on Gudra before switching, and chip with Icy Wind before I've been Thunderstruck! Sorry, chat, I had to. A Crunch reduces its defense, but this time, it doesn't set the Storm, which I was really hoping it did. Luckily, we crit with Psycho Cut, survive the Shell Trap, and we take it out. Are you serious? Needless to say, I press on, break the Turtle Dragon, and coming into the final phase, pooing myself more than what I was before, because, I'm being serious, this is a rough fight. But thanks to Saint Dwinwen surviving before, we survive a Steel Spike and take it out with an Earth Power. That was honestly gruesome. All that was left was to battle Leon. Well, I was supposed to, but Rose is the criminal mastermind behind it all and the darkest day. So I kind of have to do some more thwomping to do. So I take a run into the forest, grab a rusty shield, and lo and behold, take matters into my own hands against Rose, and well, I only need Synod, who didn't do what I want to do. So between Synod, 007, and Saint Dwinwen, then beat up a dragon, who then took flight and gave us a wave, the British royal dogs arrive and it's time to rave. For the kingdom, we must save. So we saved the Galar region from an energy crisis, became a famous celebrity, and built a British-themed team. But the question is, can that British team actually get me champion? This is the final battle of the run, so final guesses in the comments if you still think we can do it. He starts with Aegislash first against Saint Dwinwen. I set up a Stealth Rock as he goes for King Shield, so already this is a good start. I surprisingly outspeed and hit a hard Earth Power as he retaliates with a huge Shadow Ball, which almost kills. So I go for Shore Up, which wasn't the right move as he stays on the offensive. Great. 007 gets hit with the King Shield, though a Dark Pulse on the second turn equalizes the match. Dragapult is next, and despite a huge T-Bolt, we didn't get paralyzed and get the freeze with Ice Beam. So I go for the knockout. Rillaboom comes out in a game, we throw further ice at its tracks, though sadly, it's not enough and we do fall. That kinda ruins my plans, but we move. Flash finishes with a Fire Fang and another dragon is in my way, so I play rough with it, to then get crit. This is seriously not going well. Lucy gets revenge with Psycho Cut, and alternatively we low kick the Rhyperior. Despite hitting hard, it even takes that well. So we fall and a Leaf Blade from Quaxalot brings it down. This leaves Charizard, and honestly, if it wasn't for the Stealth Rocks at the start of the match, I wouldn't have had a chance. So the big boy Gigantamaxes outspeeds, hits an Airstream, and, well, knocks us out. But it's a problem because it raises its speed. This is going to be close. Sinnoh survives on just 9 HP, and a Wild Charge thankfully crits, giving us a clutch of a win. Ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, hit the subscribe button, ding on the notification bell. Also, only 10% of you guys aren't subscribed. It is completely free, and it does help me out a lot. So if you do enjoy this content, do hit the subscribe button. It means a lot. Until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.